afternoon, class. Okay, we're going to do this example. I didn't do in the class, so I will put its recording up so that we can go through here in YouTube, and then perhaps you can repeat this a few times so that you get familiarized with the steps. Okay, right, so what we're going to see here is they would like us to work out the total income for Adrian from each relevant year of assessment that you must show unabsorbed losses, CA. Right, so basically we have business AB, the adjusted income, capital allowance, business AB, balancing charge, dividend, rental. So you should know that business is income under 4A. And then we said this in the class, balancing charge must come first, then followed by CA, so you must follow that sequence. Dividend is income under 4C, and rental is 4D. Now the dividend income for purpose of your F6 exam, please take note, we take all dividend in the exam as tax exempt. Okay, tax exempt, so you do not need to pay tax, i.e. you do not pay tax on dividend. Again, this is only true for purpose of exam and not for purpose of practice. Okay, alright, so now we have Adrian, so we're going to try this. Adrian tax computation, and we're going to do all the 3 years together. So prepare the space. YA 2010 11 and 12. Alright, now class, we have to start according to your section 4, right? So your 4A will start first, which is business, and we have two businesses here. So you just look at the question. So you have business A, and they've given you the adjusted income for business A, which is a loss of 30,000. Now, I told you in the class, we do not recognize negative value, so you have to put this as a nil. Now there's a current year loss. Well, but still there is a balancing charge of 4,000. So remember, the charge must come first, then the CA. So the capital allowance for business A is 12. So you notice that 4 minus 12 is minus 8. But you don't have sufficient adjusted income to absorb. So it's a nil here. There's no CA absorbed. And you're going to carry forward that 8,000 to the next year. So the statutory income is nil. Right, for business B, okay, for business B, now the adjusted income is given as 20,000. Right, just put down the space, balancing charge. So this is to get ready for the coming year of assessment. Now the capital allowance for business B is given as 8,000. Right, so 20 minus 8, you have statutory income of 12. So remember the steps, that all the business statutory income, you're going to call it as the aggregate. business statutory. And the purpose of getting to this figure is because we're going to claim here any unabsorbed business loss brought forward. Right, in this case, there's none. Now we finish off with the business, so you're going to go on to the non-business. So in this case, you have your 4C dividend. Now we just say you're going to put nil, because in exam F6 all dividend is taken as tax exempt. And you're going to have 4D, your rental income, which is given as 25. Right, so 12 plus 25, we have 37. What is this? That's your aggregate. And from the aggregate, there's two things you're going to minus. So the first thing you have to minus is your current year business loss, then followed by approved donation, which of course in this case is none. But anyway, I'm just going to write it down. This is just to remind us that there will be an approved donation here. And then you come to total income. That's exactly what they asked us to do until total income. Now, so we noticed earlier that in business A, we have a loss. And that loss, you look back into your question, is 30,000. You're going to minus the current year business loss, and you fully utilize the loss. It's left with 7,000. Right, so any unabsorbed that we're going to carry forward. Now we're going to carry forward unabsorbed CA for business A, which is 8,000. So the 8,000 is the 8,000 from here. Notice 4 minus 12 is 8, and you do not have enough income to absorb, so you're going to carry forward that 8,000. Alright, so that's your first year. Now we're going to move on to the second year. And in 2011, we've been told that adjusted income for business A is 20,000. And you also been told that in 2011, now there's no balancing charged, but there is CA. The CA for 2011 is 18,000. And not forgetting, you've got 8,000 from last year, so that's 26. And again, you will not have enough income to absorb, so the most you can absorb will just be 20. Right, so that will bring us an excess of 6,000 to carry forward. Right, in business B, we notice that it's a loss, 40,000 loss. So you're not going to have an adjusted income. And you have a 5,000 balancing charge. So you're going to put this in as a charge. And at the same time, you've been told there's a 3,000 capital allowance. So you have a net charge. The charge is bigger than the CA. So you're going to have a net charge, which is 2,000. Right, so 2,000 will be your aggregate business statutory income. See, there's no unabsorbed business loss. So again, let's proceed on. Dividend, nil. And you have a rental, which is 12,000. So all in, you have 14,000. It's your aggregate. Now, what's your current year business loss? Now, earlier, if you take note, is 40,000 from business B. So 40,000, you only have 14,000. So the most you can absorb is just 14. Right, so now we're going to have an unabsorbed CA carry forward, 6,000. And you're going to have an unabsorbed business loss carry forward. So remember, we have 40,000 and 14. is what you've absorbed here. So you're going to carry forward 26. So I'm not stating that this comes from which business because it's not important. Okay, so business loss is utilized at this level, which is against all the business income. So it does not matter whether the loss is from business A or business B, but the CA, yes, CA does matter, because CA you can only claim against that particular business. Right, so in 2012 we have 37. And you have a CA of 5,000 plus 6,000 brought forward is 11, and you absorb the entire 11. There's no carry forward, it's all utilized. Right, that brings us to a statutory income of business A 26. Now business B has an adjusted income of 43. And the CA for business B is, I think I made a mistake. Oh, I'm sorry class, I picked the wrong figure. 5,000 for business A, 11,000 for business B. Goodness, gotta change this. $5,000. Oh, goodness, that's correct because of the unabsorbed. I'm so sorry, the figure coincidentally same, so it just got me confused. So sorry. Alright, so the CA for business B is 11. So it's 11 as well, so 43 minus 11, got 32, and you have 58. Not forgetting you have unabsorbed business loss 26. Now this will bring your net business statutory income as 32. Dividend is tax exempt, so you're going to put a nil, and your rental is 12,000. Right, so 44, no business loss, no donation, so your total income is 44. Alright class, so this is the answer to the example that I didn't do in the class, that you can use this video to revise with you. So again, it comes from your page 19 of your F6 notes. Alright class, so thank you for watching.